Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Simply Sketchy. And today I have once again brought with you my good friend Bessic from the land down under.
Hello! We invented a new insect. How are you this week?
I'm doing well. Let me guess, is the new insect a horrible creature with 15 different kind of neurotoxins that can kill you?
Somehow, no, it's a foot and a half long stick insect. But that's not why we're here today, is it?
Oh, it's just a stick. Where's Jose?
Why could no one find it for years? It looks like a stick, mate.
I'm pretty sure that if they found it because a dude just picked it up, was like, oh, cool, a stick. Wait, that's not a stick.
I think that's very much the case.
Uh, Especially when it was a dude picking it up. Well, so what is today's I can't believe this thing is real, but the drop air isn't?
Well, today, we're shockingly not in Australia. We're going to the Southeast Asian island of Borneo to meet the Proboscis Monkey.
Yeah, that's a word.
Which is just, yes, a monkey with an unusually large nose or proboscis, reddish brown skin and color, and a long tail. Now, Trim, you know what the proboscis monkey looks like, right? With their ridiculously long bulbous nose.
I think of a few things with those descriptions, yes.
Have you ever seen a juvenile one?
No. Are you gonna show one?
Yes, I am. Juvenile proboscis monkey. You're going to fucking hate it.
Okay. I am really, really kind of looking forward to this, because, again, when you send me pictures, it's like a 50-50 between something that is actually pretty cool and something that is a nightmare inducing.
Sing? Yes.
Is that a fucking bug?
Not quite. It's okay. I have more.
It's like someone took the face of just a snout. There are things I want to say, but I don't think YouTube will let me.
Oh, don't worry. This next one will make you say it.
Oy vey. That thing needs one of them there cap hats. I was thinking I should avoid that, but at this point, I think it's unavoidable, you know? I'm
Yes.
sorry. This is happening now. Screw YouTube.
Yep. Moments before disaster. Screw YouTube. So yes, what I've just shown Trim is pictures of juvenile proboscis monkeys. So we're all familiar probably with the adults, which have the huge bulbous noses.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird, like someone smashed a potato against them.
Yes. The juveniles are fucking disturbing because they have a much smaller, pointy snout thing. It's very freaky.
Yeah, and that thing just like elongates and extends and just grows. Like, ew. Ew, brother, ew!
So, yes. Well, Mr. Trim.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't. Did we cover with a chat that essentially what we're drawing when we do these recordings together is strange D&D monsters based on Trim's fevered imaginations of strange animals that I describe poorly.
Yes. I think we just found a spellcaster type here.
Yes. Now, Trim,
Yes.
I know that Latin's not your best language,
No.
but would you like to take a guess at what, essentially, what name they gave the monkey?
I'm gonna risk it all and say, does it sound anything like the Yehud or something like that?
No.
Okay.
Because it wasn't actually named by them. No, the genus name, Nisalis, comes from the Latin word nisus, meaning. Would you like to guess what it means, Trim?
The nose.
Shockingly, yes.
I'm not quite certain. It's like an actual goblin.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I wonder if that's where the goblin came from, because apparently these things were discovered by Westerners in, what, 1787?
That would actually make sense if it affected the
Well,
current
actually,
goblin myth.
that's well, yeah, it might have affected. Though, goblins are very old. They're at least, they're probably at least a millennia old.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard to keep track with some of these Germanic myths.
Yeah, and some of them also are kind of, I think, along the same line as a gnome in many ways. Depends on the myth.
Kind of. It depends on your myth, because I'm not sure if goblins are a proper fae or not.
Nowadays, they
Depends.
tend to be looked at like one, at least in some stories and series.
Because what is there? There's in the lair of the Goblin King, which is in the public domain, so I can actually play that over the back.
I love that tune, by
I
the way.
believe. Yes, and is that Grieg? I'm going to sound like an idiot from wrong.
Hmm. I think it's German.
Yes, I didn't say Greek, by the way. I said Grieg.
Oh, right.
What? It's something about Goblin King. Whole of the Mountain King. Okay, maybe that's what I'm getting confused by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can play it anyway.
Yes. In the
Apparently,
Hall of the
Goblin
Mountain
King gets us the 1986 movie The Labyrinth, which is a very trippy movie.
Yeah. Dance, Magic Dance.
Mm.
I think, yeah, that was a Bowie was in that movie, right?
Think so?
Yep, in an incredibly tight
got-
suit.
Yes. Whole of the Mountain King, Edvard or Edward Grieg, who's Norwegian. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Composed in 1875.
He's one of our betters.
Ah. Because he... Well, yes, shockingly, the English translation is not literal. I will attempt to pronounce the Norwegian name. Dovregubbens Hall.
I Dovregubbens Hall.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
In the Doverman's Hall.
Yeah.
Do-
No,
do-
not exactly
Dover.
man. A gubbe is a very old man, so...
Yes. It translates into old man. Yes, in the old man's hall.
Yeah. No, but don't
And
you have like
apparently-
it's a word for really old guy, sort of like a gramps of a sort.
Yes, it translates into old man
Yeah.
or husband,
Yeah.
apparently, according to Wikipedia. It's also used along with its female counterpart to differentiate male and female trolls. In the play, Dovraguben is a troll king that Peer Gynt invents in a fantasy.
Yes.
So, the Mountain King's a troll. Well, there you go. So, it's not goblins. I got very confused. Goblins, though, traditionally, in modern fantasy, goblins are mostly evil, or at the very minimum, extremely stupid and violent.
Yeah. And in Dresden Files, they're ninjas.
Fair enough. Let's see. Now, goblin is a small, grotesque, monstrous humanoid creature. No, Trim, you can't say that on YouTube.
Fine.
First attested in stories from the Middle Ages. There you go. Usually mischievous to malicious.
Hmm. I think.
Often have
Yeah.
they often have magical abilities similar to a fairy or demon, such as the ability to shapeshift. There you go.
They sound a bit like what we would call Tusse, which is it's kind of like a troll, but depending on what story, he's either smaller or more mischievous rather than malicious.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, with your language, the word troll is delightfully broad.
Yes.
Or rather, if I say troll, you know what I mean. It's like troll in Norwegian, isn't it? To refer specifically to magic.
Yep.
So,
Trolldom is magic, and troll is just, well, the entity.
Yeah. Magic, troll.
Yes.
So, depending on the era, troll can just refer to a magical creature. Very helpful. I'm sure that the people doing research on ancient Nordic mythology are fucking thrilled by that.
Well, at least we don't need to get into Rim, Tusse, Nisse, Troll, because Nisse is not just
fucking
Santa
Nisse.
or gnome. Yep, there you go. Not even just a car brand.
Because it's what? Yule Nisse is associated with Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's good old
Shockingly,
Nick.
the word Yule.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like 50 million other varieties of Nisse.
Yep. But usually they are quite like gnome, as we discussed in a previous one.
Well, if Westerners think of gnome and they think of the thing that sits in their garden looking suspicious, that's based almost entirely on the Norwegian / Nordic Nisse. That's how they're supposed to look. Though gnomes are, again, broad. But yes, the garden gnome is based on the Nisse, which, I mean, is accurate. Like, they're known to hang out in the garden and harass the horses.
Yep, and you also have two kinds in there, or several, but the two most popular ones is Fjøs Nisse, which likes to hang out in the barn and bother your animals and help you with chores in the barn if there so needs to be and you've been nice to it. And then you of course have the Hus Nisse, which kind of similar to the one in J.K. Rowling's story in the Harry Potter series, like Dobby, but more jovial.
House elves, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder where she stole the idea from.
I can't imagine. I'm stumped. Sorry.
Like, looking at how Rowling created the world of Harry Potter is very interesting. Because, in fact, just the creation and the timing is really interesting. Because she's like, I wouldn't consider her a literary master. And she was obviously writing for a young adult audience. On the cusp, like a preteen audience.
Yep.
So it's not exactly what anyone would call high literature.
Nope.
But it was very popular and it marketed very well and made her one of the richest fucking women alive.
Yeah. And she's a little bit crazy, but over time it's been that good kind of crazy because she makes the right kind of people scream.
A little bit, to be fair, a little bit crazy could describe anyone.
Yeah. Not me, though. I'm completely mentally stable.
You're also not a woman, Jim. At least
Exactly.
not today.
Why do you think I'm completely mentally stable? Imagine how bad if I actually was a woman. Ugh.
Yep. Well, yes.
So what do you think, currently?
I mean, the real things have it's more bulbous, but yes, it very much looks like one, and I could totally see that showing up in a D&D campaign.
Yeah. And these would be the annoying little shits that keep casting spells at you from a distance, and then you need to get up to them and beat their
Yeah,
ass.
so it's not lumpy but it's more bulbous. But either way, whatever works. So I either have it with the smooth curve like you had before, or make it more rounded and like it's inflated, like you've shoved a bicycle pump into it and blown it up. Either or.
Hmm.
It depends on what you think. You can always just throw a sketch over the top and see what you like.
Yeah.
But either one would work. Like that one, I could very much see in a D&D campaign being very annoying. Like maybe joining in with some other apes. But this one sits at the back and is annoying and throws spells.
Mm-hmm. See if I do this. Something like this, maybe?
Yeah. No, I think what you had before worked better.
Yeah, we'll keep this one.
Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah.
So,
They use their nose to cast magic at you. If you break their nose, you can't cast the spells anymore.
that works.
It's satisfying and necessary to beat them. Let's see.
Let's see. So, the Proboscis monkey, as native endemic to the island of Borneo, and can be found in all three nations that divide the island. Most common in coastal areas and along rivers. They generally live in groups comprised of one adult male and his harem. Of course, other group. Yeah. The Wikipedia article says all male groups may also exist, which is an astoundingly vague and useless sentence. You have the same in lions. Juvenile lions form groups of young males once they've been kicked out of the pride.
Mm-hmm.
But that's usually a temporary arrangement until they can try and either take over another pride or form their own.
Exactly.
So they don't tend to want to just have those groups for obvious reasons. It's just not exactly evolutionarily useful to have all male groups.
Nope. Kind of weird, huh? Let's see.
The scientists reckon that the large nose makes their screaming louder. And the reason for that is because apparently the women like the men to yell a lot.
So it's opposite to humans, I hear.
Pretty much, yes. Theories for the extensive length of the nose suggest it may be sexual selection by the females who prefer louder vocalizations, with the size of the nose increasing the volume of the call. Very. That's extremely strange. Though, I imagine it's similar in some ways to the old peacock. Everyone's favorite example of Fisherian. What is it? Fisherian runaway selection? Which basically just means that there's nothing to stop it.
I don't know quite why they would. It's interesting how some creatures develop their sexual selection pathways, I guess, evolutionary pathways. But
It's very interesting. Yeah, sociology. I mean, it's a monkey. It does monkey things.
yep, probably involves throwing poo as well, which is why most of this thing's magic is poison based.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey throw doo doo.
Yes. I never heard that one before. Let's see. Honestly, like if it's one of those monkeys that scream a lot and actually sounds scary from a distance, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make various vocalizations. When communicating the status of a group, thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Wikipedia. Really well written. Males limit honks. They have a special honk emitted towards infants, which is also used for reassurance. Males will also produce alarm calls to signal danger. Both sexes give threat calls that each are different. In addition, females and immature individuals will emit so-called female calls when angry. Honks, roars, and snarls are made during low-intensity agonistic encounters. Non-vocal displays include leaping, branch shaking, bare teeth open mouth threats, and erection in males made in similar situations. Yeah, so very much standard monkey shenanigans.
Yeah. Smile with your teeth to a monkey. That's a bad idea.
That's a very good way to get your face ripped off, yes.
Yeah.
And most people tend to be attached to their faces. At least until
Yeah.
they smile at a monkey.
But when he reached that point, that's pretty much a guy who's like, yeah, I don't want my face anyway.
Yeah. Hmm.
Let's see, how's this looking? Yeah, no disconnections yet. Very good. So, what do you think so far about the the entity we've created?
I mean, it's very D&D.
Yes. And don't mind the cloth. He just stole it. Yeah. No, it grows out of him. It's just
Yeah,
fur that looks like a shawl, or whatever you call it.
I mean, it very much looks like the kind of monkey, like, say you had to invent an animated film about a group of animals in the jungle, and there were several different kinds of monkey. That looks like the kind of monkey that'd sit there with a stick with a couple of coconuts or gourds stuck to the end of it, giving advice. It's basically Rafiki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I envision it filling the same role in that kind of
yes,
thing.
definitely. Rafiki, the only baboon who isn't an asshole. Well, mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single series that doesn't have the baboon to be either an idiot or an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they like to make fun of. It's amazing how we ascribe behavioral stereotypes to monkeys and things
Yeah.
based off of, and especially based off of different media.
Yeah.
Like one of the classics, like a classic example, is the Jungle Book. I assume you haven't actually read it, but have you seen the movie?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So most of the animal stereotypes, most of the animals' personalities are very stereotypical, but that could just be the fault of the Jungle Book starting said stereotypes. It's hard to tell,
Yeah. Ugh.
but yeah, like you've got what Shere Khan, you've got the snakes, and
Yeah, I never
they-
really got where the hypnotic snake thing came from.
I think that's a reverse of snake charming.
That could be it.
Or it could just have been invented by Disney. I
Yeah.
need to some of these days. I need to sit down and actually read the Kipling's original. That's got to be out of copyright by now.
Definitely. Oh,
Those-
also, do you know there was an anime of the Jungle Book?
I can't say I'm surprised, but no, I didn't specifically know.
Shere Khan there was actually kind of creepy when he got into it, but it's one of those old ones, so they go from looking really weird and cartoony, and then you have these short moments where it looks genuinely scary, like when they actually kill Shere Khan.
Hmm. Oh,
A lot
here's
of
something
fire's involved.
interesting. So, Rudyard Kipling wrote the Jungle Book. Would you like to guess who illustrated the Jungle Book?
Uh, Ooh. Is there someone I should know?
No, it's not someone you should know, but take a guess as to who Rudyard Kipling knew that illustrated his book.
I am not quite certain. Sorry, I don't remember what his time era completely.
Fair enough. But it was his father. His father illustrated the book.
Oh, it's a family project. Nice.
Yeah, very interesting. Mr. Kipling, he probably died annoyingly recently. Oh no, he died in 1936, so all his works would be out of copyright by now.
Ah, he died before everything went to shit.
Jest. Um, he wrote some very interesting books. He also wrote a lot of things that annoy a lot of stupid people.
Really now? I'm not quite familiar with all his works, as I'm not really the most. Yeah, when it comes to
He
books like that,
was
I'm.
he was born in British India.
Oh, well, then I'm
Yes.
pretty sure he has a lot of opinions based in
In
objective reality.
Yes, there's also one of his books that I'm not sure I can say on YouTube. Or well, I might be able to, but it's probably not worth drawing the bot's attention by saying it.
Maybe you can beep it out and tell me.
Oh, yeah, fuck it all. He wrote.
Oh, oh, that. Okay, yeah. Okay, yep. Now Kipling. Yep, I under. Yep, and everything
So
falls to place.
I'll leave that out for the purposes of YouTube, but if you look at his Wikipedia article, it's the one from 1899.
And there, everything fell together, and I remember who he was. Huh, didn't know that guy actually made the Jungle Book.
I have no idea. Yeah. But yes, he was probably contemporary with a few other interesting fellows who were also spent a bit of time in British India.
Yeah. Didn't Orwell? No, wait. Was it Orwell?
Um, I'm pretty sure it was Orwell.
Yeah, the one with the elephant story.
Yep.
Or not exactly elephant story. It's more like a.
I think it's titled after an elephant or something.
Yeah.
Yes, he was, in fact, born in India.
Hmm.
Uh, is he the one who spent time as a policeman or something? Yeah, there were a couple of guys. There were a whole bunch of guys born in India at the time who had very interesting careers. And I
Yeah.
don't know if it was. Well, it was.
Orwell was the one who I believe that Orwell was the one who ended up having to basically be in charge, or his father had to be in charge. So whenever something happened, they had to go out and take care of something because the local population were not so
Well,
inclined.
no, because they moved to England when he was 4.
Okay, then it's not him.
No, so
Then
it's
who
not
am I
Kipling,
thinking?
it's not Orwell, it's probably it's the other one who I can't remember.
Yeah.
We'll both kick ourselves when I.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it Orwell who wrote that?
Maybe he talked about his father. Maybe he went back for a little while.
It might have been. Okay, yeah, it was the other one by Orwell.
Huh.
Okay, Orwell went to Burma at some point.
Right.
Right, yes, that's what happened. So he was born in 1903.
Mm-hmm.
They moved back to England when he was 1. And
Understandably.
then at some point, he ended up going to Burma and taking on a role there.
Mm. It was part of some kind of military service it was in.
Yeah, Indian Imperial Police in Burma.
Interesting. He learned a lot about the Indians there.
Yes, it was a very interesting time in history.
Yeah.
But yes, he wrote Shooting an Elephant and other essays.
Mm. If you take if you take dedicate an hour to just read about how things were in India, yeah,
That yes, it's a very intense period.
yes.
But oh well, only made it to 46, which is a shame.
Oh, that it
But that
is.
also means that if he died in 1950, all of his stuff would be coming out of copyright this year.
Neat.
Would have come out of copyright this year, I believe. If I'm applying it correctly, because I know things were weird back in the day, but I think generally 75 years after death is everything. There are some things written beforehand that had less time.
Yep.
Frickin' Disney Corporation. We can
Yep.
thank them for the 75 years past death, which I think's a touch much.
It is, but another funny thing is how they try to use the King of England
Hmm.
for their own crap.
Yeah.
It
I'm not
worked
sure
for
what
them.
you
I did it.
mean.
There was a recent one of the recent fits between Florida and Disney. They had some kind of arrangement and deal that was supposedly to go out after the last descendant of the King of England died. But turns out there's not a King of England anymore. It's just the King of the UK, of Great Britain.
Right. Not heard a single thing about it.
They talked a lot about it on Lotus Eaters a while back.
Yeah, but I'm sure I wouldn't have cared because it's only Disney.
I like it when Disney gets their ass kicked.
What, every time they release a movie?
I know, right? It's beautiful. I haven't watched
Yes.
a Disney movie in years, but Disney brings me a lot of entertainment. Not because they want to, but it's because they can't help themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah. This dude is a bit interesting. I did like this. The monkey itself is kind of lanky, though I did make it a bit more lanky, giving it I mixed a little bit of the whole goblin aesthetic to it.
Yes. You actually could have made it fat too, which would be on brand with the actual animal.
Yep. But there's so much other fat things here, so we don't need more of it.
Hmm.
And they're supposed to be nimble, right?
Well, yeah, it's a monkey. It jumps through the trees.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, even the huge monkeys are shockingly nimble.
Yeah.
But most monkeys are in that middling range. I think most monkeys are about the same size as the proboscis monkey in real life, about the right size to not be super easy prey for birds and shit, but not just so heavy that they can't just swing from branch to branch. Because if a gorilla tried swinging from branch to branch, it's yeah, sure. The first one will be fine. Swing, grab, snap, thud.
See, square works against a gorilla.
AMC squared. What in the name of failing grade 9 are you on about?
The
You
move.
mean gravity?
I mean, in general, motion and momentum, right? I used the wrong reference.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, you referenced Einstein. You referenced
Yes.
energy being equal to mass times the speed of light squared.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was pointing at, but yeah. Temporal misunderstanding. Oopsie daisy. Incidentally, what would happen with a gorilla trying to swing from three? A whoopsie daisy.
Yes, you might call it a Newtonian accident.
Yeah, there we go. Damn it.
Good old gravity.
Yes. It has solved as many problems as it's created. And I'll leave it at that.
Yes. You for madman. Fine. Now,
Let's see.
apparently, these proboscis monkeys are considered endangered, Apparently, the population has decreased by more than 50% in the past 40 years to 2008 because of habitat loss and logging, etc.
Well, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, and hunting, because apparently some people think it's a delicacy, and traditional Chinese medicine, which thinks that every animal can be ground up and used to extort dumb people.
Oh yeah. Not to mention using feces from bats apparently is gonna help your eyesight.
Well, I don't think. I think in Chinese medicine, rhino horn makes your dick bigger or something.
I think like something like that, yeah.
Very odd thought, that.
Yeah, and they are, by their own claims, the greatest nation in the world.
No. It used to be that most nations would claim that.
Yeah, not many you actually can these days. Let's put it like that.
Well, let's see, without going too deep into the details, a lot of nations these days, especially in the West, seem to do everything in their power to insist that they're not the greatest nation on earth,
Yeah, it's
which
not.
is
It's an
a touch
opposite
of
direction. Yeah, it's an opposite direction dick measuring
yeah, an
competition.
overcorrect. Yeah, it's an overcorrection in the wrong direction.
Yes. Can't just find a middle ground, can we?
Well, it's much like Germany. They went too far authoritarian in one way, and to correct by that, they've gone full authoritarian in the other way, and they don't even have the cool uniforms anymore.
Nah. If only I could say what I truly meant.
So we can save that for the weekend.
Yes. Rumble, Saturday, 3 o'clock Norwegian time.
I still can't get over the fact that guys just say Norwegian time, as it because as if your entire country fits in the same time zone.
It does. I'm not
Meanwhile, here
kidding.
in Australia,
Yeah.
I know. That's what I think is ridiculous. Like, obviously, the borders may not exactly line up, but your country's only about a time zone wide, regardless of where it is in the time zone.
Exactly. You should. Imagine that my shock when I realized that some countries cross several time zones. That blew my mind the first time I heard it.
Yeah. As much as I hate time zones, it's better than what China does officially. According to China, officially, there's only one time zone, which I'm sure
Okay.
is fucking thrilling for the people in the West who have to close at 5 p.m. to the east of the country.
China is a
Ti-
mess. I'll leave it at that.
I'm quite glad I don't live there.
Oh yeah. Though there was a period of time where if a Scandinavian could be hired just to be an office pet, they would sit in the office, do absolutely nothing, and get paid ridiculous amounts of money for it.
Yeah, but I have lots of things to say about China being a totalitarian hellhole you won't want to live in, but I can't because at the right things are going by the end of next year, and I won't be able to tell the difference.
True. And I'm not going to tell my own opinion about China because Norway's leaders have a little they can't decide whether they want to bend over for China the most or the EU.
I think they solved the solution by getting down on both knees and getting down and offering one end to one and the other end to the other.
Yeah, so the EU and China can just go who takes the front, who takes the back. Huh?
Yeah, coin flip for it.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
least,
Meanwhile in Australia, yes, China is this big, massive threat. Therefore, the Orange Man is bad for putting tariffs on. And I'm sitting here going, tariffs on China? Yeah, that sounds like a friggin' fantastic idea.
yeah. Meanwhile, China are the ones who put more tariffs than anyone on every other country. That supposedly that is okay. That is okay because we buy all our cheap shit from there instead of learning to make our own.
Yeah. Oh, and we can somehow magically decrease our emissions by shipping our coal and iron to China, getting them to smelt and then buying back the reduced steel, because the emissions are only counted in the country they're produced in.
Such a bureaucrat
Absolute
bullshit.
nonsense.
It is
It
such
is. Like,
bullshit.
we should just be processing it here, because I'm reasonably sure that our factories would be better designed. They'd be more efficient, and they'd do a better job of capturing the nasty things that are released as part of the process.
Not
Because
to
I'm
mention
pretty
you
sure that
avoid.
China doesn't. I'm pretty sure China doesn't bother filtering their exhaust gases.
They
We
don't.
do.
There's a reason why most videos on Live Leak used to be Chinese people.
Well, China has managed to screw up their. People think that America's insurance system is bad. Wait till you see China's. China's is so bad that it's cheaper that if you hit someone in China, you reverse over them and make sure they're done.
Yeah. And that's a polite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a shit country, and the people pretend they're some kind of enlightened that it's just bullshit.
Yeah, well, they try to pretend that they are the scientific and cultural powerhouse that they used to be.
Have
Like,
they ever
there was a
truly been?
time, well, they invented gunpowder.
Yeah.
Like, they did have their time period, but unfortunately they've had, what, 200 years of communists?
Yep. Though the cannibalism has always been a feature of their society.
Yes. Not terribly helpful. Not a
Nope.
terribly helpful feature.
And if rumors are to be believed, there's still some parts of their more hillbilly areas that still practice it.
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If there's some part of China where they're committing disgusting human rights violations, Disney will film a movie there.
Yeah. And then they'll thank them for it in the credits too.
Yep.
Uh,
For anyone who's not aware, Disney filmed a really bad remake of Mulan. In the province of China that is getting up to shenanigans involving involuntary camping trips. You know, those
yep.
involuntary camps that people sometimes go to when they live in a totalitarian hellhole.
Yeah, it's to help people
Uh,
concentrate.
So Disney filmed near there, and then in the credits of the movie, they thank the people that run the camp.
Yeah.
Very cool, Disney. Very cool.
Very cool.
But
I
don't
mean,
worry, it's the Orange Man that's bad.
oh yeah, always been the orange man because, you know, looking at yourself in a mirror would be too much, I guess.
And like the Orange Man's not perfect, not ideal, far from, but maybe if Disney could stop hanging out with people doing the things that the Chinese government's doing to that specific population group, that'd be pretty nice.
It would have been preferable, but, you know, you gotta get that sweet, sweet China money that apparently is so abundant and everywhere.
Well, the best part was they didn't get the China money because they fucked up again.
What else is new?
So, they filmed the character Mulan's home. So, what the home that they made for her for the movie? Well, it was in the wrong part of China and about 600 years off. Which, to quote cynical reviews, is about the same as Crusaders living in Glasgow council flats.
This is
So-
why I don't like watching Disney. I love watching news about Disney because
So
it
they
is
made all
so
the, they made all these changes to appease the Chinese, but they didn't actually bother to get any Chinese people to consult on the movie.
Yep. It's kind of like that latest Ass Creed flop. Oh, this is totally how Japan was. Turns out they bring fucking Chinese shit into it.
Mhm.
That'll make the Japanese like you.
They also screwed up basic things, like they had watermelons or some other kind of fruit on a stall at the same time, except that they're harvested in different seasons and they never be on sale at the same time.
Oh yes, we are totally accurate, ladies and gentlemen. We are the most accurate ever. Now watch our diversity hires fuck up again after again.
Yeah, and they had to be so rude and ignorant about their changes. Like, obviously, Assassin's Creed has never been entirely historically accurate, but you can't have someone who's 2 foot taller and a completely different skin color pretend to be an assassin who hides amongst the crowd.
Yeah.
Even putting aside the fact that the details of this guy's existence are, well, actually his existence is real, but the things he got up to are very suspicious as to how Disney, not Disney, Ubisoft, they're the same kind of evil,
Much.
portrayed him. But no, pretending that that guy could vanish into the crowd, I don't think so. Firstly, he'd be like a foot taller than everybody. Like the Japanese are famously short now.
Oh boy. It is. It's funny. Honestly, it's just funny how they keep lying, keep coping, and then they get confronted with it, and they are unable to break their own fucking programming at this point, so they just have to double down. They can't think. They can't move aside from it.
Mhm.
At least a goblin is able to somewhat adapt to a situation. There we go. So, I'm starting to get finished with this one. What do you think, Bezzy?
I think it's horrific. So
Yes. It uses spells. Yes. Horrible things.
if we ever get around to running a D&D campaign, the creatures that Trim draws as part of this series will make appearances.
Oh yeah. That would be fun.
Yes, it'd be very handy.
I'm just making a stupidly simple background here. Can't just be... Won't have to be really advanced.
You've just got to fuss, don't you?
I like fuzzing.
I'm sure you do. But there's times to endure.
I know.
Dear.
Hey, at least we're within the 50-minute mark and done.
Yay! Yes, the Proboscis Monkey, as envisioned by Trim's Fever Dreams.
Yes, by the poor explanation of my Australian friend, while he laughs and wonders what the hell I'm going to do next.
Yes.
So
And this isn't even the weirdest thing available.
no, we're gonna go through a whole lot of weird shit. It's gonna be funny when I actually end up daring to try to draw spiders again, because 8 legs. I hate drawing 8 legs.
This is great because I have many legged suggestions.
Yes. And with that, I would like to thank you, Besic, for joining me on this one. Also, thank you very much for editing this very soon.
Yay!
And a big thank you to Robert Renato, our resident musician, who lets me shamelessly use and abuse all his wonderful music. Do go give him a subscribe as well. Same to Besic, because he too has a channel where we do play video games every now and then. And to everyone who's watching, thank you very much for dropping by, spending time here, listening and or watching. I appreciate it a lot. If you like what you see and would like to hire me for your own, because I actually do commissions, you'll find the details in the description down below. And with that, everyone, have a wonderful day. Goodbye!